This really started for Recovery Cafe Roseway. Soon after I started working for Calvary Presbyterian Church in December of 2019, they really asked me to listen to folks in the neighborhood and hear the needs of people in the neighborhood and help them vision and figure out how to use 19,000 square feet of an underutilized facility. And so we started listening to our neighbors, both people who lived in the neighborhood, people who owned businesses, various city, state, county employees, people in churches, other nonprofits, anyone who would talk to me. We ended every conversation with, who should I talk to next? And so we just daisy chained, met a lot of people. And it was really interesting that we kept hearing the same things over and over again. And there were two words. We heard people wanted to feel safe in their neighborhood, and they wanted to feel connected. So after the first couple conversations, I wasn't surprised anymore when someone said to me, well, we'd really love to have a safe place to connect with other people. And that really was the loud and clear message that we got from so many people that we talked to. But then I also took a course in spiritual entrepreneurship and was introduced to a variety of other people doing all sorts of work all around the country. And we were really trying to discern, what is a good use of our facility, all the spaces that we have available to us. And then I remembered as part of that class that one of my seminary classmates had started Recovery Cafe in Seattle. And so I looked up Recovery Cafe, and there's a little bit more to the story in that we had a church member who was in recovery and very dear to us, and we wanted to find ways to support her. But the whole thing that really attracted us to Recovery Cafe and the model was that Recovery Cafe is grounded in building safe places for people to connect. So, right, it's exactly what we heard people saying they wanted and needed in this community. And so because Recovery Cafe isn't really geared to just one type of recovery, but to anyone who identifies in being recovery, it really seemed to be a good fit for where we were. And so beginning in May of 2022, we formally joined the Recovery Cafe Network as an emerging member. And Nancy Wu and I went through training, required training to open a cafe. We gutted this room that the cafe is presently in. Dirty, moldy carpet, old 70s paneling on the walls, drop ceiling. It was really your typical kind of nasty church basement. So we started the renovation really in November of 2022. And we had a lot of support and help from other churches and neighbors and family members. And we really started over a 4-day weekend. We took it apart, and then we started trying to make it new. And it took us, of course, like any renovation, it took us longer than we anticipated. But we finished up in March of 2023 and opened the cafe on March 30th, 2023. And, it's just been such a great gift to be here and be part of what's emerging here. And it just feels, this doesn't even feel new or different anymore. It just kind of feels like home.